happy 2019 everybody. Hope your year has started well and you are sticking to your New Year's resolutions, whatever they might be. We are starting the New Year's reviews off with two new releases from Benefit, their roller liner and also their roller eyebright pencil. First things first, I have to say the packaging on these guys is super cute. As always, Benefit does an amazing job with packaging their products. So the eyeliner and the eyebright pencil, they are in the roller family, which means that they are packaged exactly like their roller mascara. And these might look tiny to you because the mascara I have is a mini version and also the eyeliner I bought is a mini version. The eyebright pencil itself, this is actually full size. So let's talk about the eyeliner first, shall we? So the full-size eyeliner actually comes in two shades, black and brown, and this is a felt tip eyeliner. Let's just do a quick hand swatch. Nice black, and this is matte and it actually dries down super fast, which I can really appreciate. The mini size, just be aware, it only comes in black, but the full size comes in black and brown. And to be honest, I really appreciate Benefit doing mini sizes of their products. I live for mini products. If I could only buy minis, that's probably what I would do. Why did I go straight for the mini is, well, first of all, I have very hooded eyes and wearing eyeliner is something I don't really go for because first of all, you can't see it because my eyes are like covering my eyelid. And second of all, I cannot do a winged eyeliner because that gives me instant droopy eye and that just does not look nice at all. The full-size eyeliner costs about €21.95, I want to say. It is under 22, but it is really close to that €22 mark, which to be honest, I am not surprised. It is kind of like usual Benefit pricing, but the mini is I think $12.50 like all of their other minis. This product intrigued me. Well, for one, I saw some earlier reviews and it looked like it has pretty good staying power and is pretty transfer resistant. And also they gave me the opportunity to buy a mini size, so I didn't have to commit to the full product. And while I was picking this up and putting it in my basket online, I thought, okay, why not try the eyebright pencil, which I will get to in a minute. But to be honest, this eyeliner is not bad at all, even for me who has very hooded eyes. It is very long lasting, it dries down quick. It is relatively easy to use. It is a felt tip. The packaging is just so cute and the mini, you can fit it anywhere. One thing to note though is that while it has really good staying power, after about 8 hours I started to see the product transferring underneath my lower lash line. For some reason I don't know how that happens. I guess your eyes do tend to get watery throughout the day, so some of that product can transfer. I mean, it wasn't that obvious. It kind of made me look like I have a little bit of a smoky eye going on, but just something to be aware of. For me personally, it didn't stay just on the top the whole time, a little bit transferred down. Also around the 8-hour mark, I did start to see a tiny bit of that transferring of the product into my hood, but that only happened like after 8-9 hours of wear time. And by that time you are, you know, at the end of your day, it's forgivable that your makeup looks a little bit off. But it wasn't really that noticeable, especially, I mean, it was in my hood, so you don't really see it all the time. But just something to be aware of, it's not 100% transfer resistant. However, having said that, I think if you do not have hooded eyelids, you wouldn't have that problem and it would stay on pretty nicely. Overall, it does have 24-hour wear. How do I know this? Because I fell asleep wearing this once.
You fell asleep?
And the next morning when I woke up, the liner was still there. I mean, tiny bit had transferred, but mainly the liner was there, and if you wanted to, you could actually wear it for the whole next day as well. Don't do it though. Take off your makeup before you go sleep. Like, let's look at the swatch on my hand. I mean, it's completely dry. I can rub this with my finger. It is not moving and there is no product coming off on my fingers. So there you go. That's a pretty good indication. Overall, I do like it. I don't think I would pick up the full size because I don't wear eyeliner that much, but I will definitely use up this mini, and I know that in the future if I ever do need eyeliner, I can definitely go and pick up another one of these roller liners from Benefit. I will show you a demo how I apply the liner, because it's not only the liner I apply, I do have some other steps as well that make it last longer, but that will all be shown in the demo. Before we get to the demo though, I really want to talk about the Eyebright pencil from Benefit. Now this one is all over pink. I mean, they could have made the packaging also black so it would fit in with the rest of the guys, but I guess they didn't want you to confuse the Eyebright pencil and the liner. I don't know. For this guy, I have a little bit of different feelings than for the roller liner. First of all, it is expensive. It's also that 21.95 or 21.90 euro for one small thing. I mean, this is something you only use in your waterline. On the box, it says that you can use it to highlight the inner corner, but the shade and the consistency of this product, I don't really like it on my skin, if that makes sense. The color just doesn't look that brightening in an inner corner. Moving on to the product itself, it is super tiny. Like, can you see that? It is so tiny, and I don't want to keep twisting this because it might break off. I don't know if you can see these swatches. They're very skin toned, which I prefer. I typically do not like to put a pure white in my waterline because it just makes it so obvious that there is something there. So kudos for making it like a skin tone product, but it is a product that goes into your waterline, and for what it is, it's not really that great. I mean, maybe it's my fault. Maybe my waterline is just super watery. I don't know, trying to keep my eyeballs moisturized maybe, I don't know. But this and all waterline types of products do not last on me one bit. No, they don't. I remember reviewing years back the waterliner from Urban Decay, and I think I got like black and dark brown, like super harsh colors, and they wouldn't stay on at all. They were just like gone, melted into my waterline. And this one pretty much does the same thing. When you first put it on, yeah, it does give you that like bam, you're awake, you're here, you don't look as tired, but then it just fades away. I did apply it right before I started the video for demo purposes. I can already see it like fading, and I'm not filming that long. So 8-hour wear, like it says on the box. Yeah, it says it wears for 8 hours. I don't see it. I really don't see it. And another side thing, I know packaging is, the product is the main thing and packaging is kind of secondary, but I don't know if this one is broke, but it is a retractable, but you can only retract it out. You cannot pull it back in. And I feel when I retract it, only like it moves like the tiniest bit up, and then if you twist it too much, you can't retract it back in, so you need to be careful with that. So I don't know if my one is just broke and it is supposed to be retractable in and out, and my one just is broke and doesn't do that. But if it is only retracting out and not back in, then that is not really good product engineering. I twisted up quite a bit here, and now I'm afraid to put the cap back on just in case I smush the product. So let me just apply a little bit more. Now, because I was determined in making this work, because I spent so much money on like this thing that only does one thing, I don't know, like why did I buy this? It was an impulse buy, definitely. I have found a way to make this last a little bit longer. So what I do is I put eyeshadow base underneath my lower lash line and then a little bit of eyeshadow, and that has seemed to give it a little bit of a more dry area here, and that's why it lasts a little bit longer. The maximum, absolute maximum I've gotten out of this is 2 hours. Nowhere near 8 hours, 2 hours. And by the end of the 2 hours, it wasn't really in my waterline anymore. It had gathered right at the beginning of my lashes, so it kind of looked like dirt in the lashes, if that makes sense. But one positive thing I have to say about this is it didn't irritate my eyes. So I know it's supposed to be a waterline eye product, and if it irritates your eyes, they've done something wrong. If you're putting something in your eye, it is going to irritate them. So I was glad this did not. But if you keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with this because it doesn't stay on all day, you know, you are going to irritate your eyes and make them really, really red. Okay, enough of me rambling on. Let's cut to the demo. Okay guys, I have brought you in closer so you can see better how I apply the liner. But before I actually apply any liner to my eyelids, I prep my eyelids with an eyeshadow base and also some kind of a no color eyeshadow. If I don't set my eyelids, I know that the liner is gonna be straight up in here creating that little transfer line, and that is just not cute. Even if you do not have hooded eyelids, I would recommend setting your eyelids when wearing eyeliner because it just improves the longevity of your eyeliner. So I'm just gonna quickly prime my eyelids with Rimmel's Magnifies Eye Primer. Been really loving this lately. Now that my eyelid is set with an eyeshadow base, I'm going to go in with a color called Pre-Game, which is actually in the Naked Ultimate Basics palette. Remember this guy? It looked like this. And you don't need to use this specific Naked eyeshadow palette. I mean, every eyeshadow palette nowadays has a color like this. Okay, the eyelids are prepped. Let's go in with the liner. And if I didn't mention this before, I'm not going to be doing a winged eyeliner because, as you can see, my eyes are super hooded. So if I go in and do a winged line, that's gonna give me instant droopy eye, and that really does not look good. So instead, we're just going to do a regular simple line across the lid. And as you can see, in no way am I some kind of a eyeliner pro because I just don't do eyeliner with my hooded eyes. And whenever I do put eyeliner on, I like to close my eyes and wait a little bit, because if you have hooded eyes and you open your eye too quick, you are going to get that line here straight away. Let's go ahead and line the other eye. Okay, here is our eyeliner. I always feel that my left eye looks so much better than the right eye. It does dry relatively quickly because I can go ahead and blink my eyes and it is not transferring here into my hood. However, what I have noticed is that it does transfer a little bit down. So you can see here, it already transferred onto the bottom. It's not a big deal. I will put mascara on my lower lashes anyway, but just something to be aware of. While I have you zoomed in, let's also go ahead and use the Roller Eyebright pencil, which is specifically meant for your waterline and to give you a more awake look. This product is just so tiny. I'm always afraid to like twist this up because I'm afraid it's gonna break. But before I put this in my waterline, I always do a few strokes on my hand just to kind of warm it up and just to make sure there is no other product on this as well. I have come really close now. I hope you will be able to see this. I actually hate putting stuff into my eye and in my waterline, so I don't know why I do this to myself. I do go in a good few times because I feel if I only put it on the first time, the water in my waterline just dissolves the product. So if you have really sensitive eyes, I would really skip this. Okay, let's do the other eye. And I also like to wipe off the product between eyes on my hand. So there we go, we have applied the Eyebright pencil into our waterline. I mean, you can clearly see that the product is there and it does give you a more awake look. But because it is in the waterline, it's not gonna stay there for like the whole day. I can kind of already see it dissolving. It's not that even anymore. So what I would do is I would just go back in again and fill in the gaps. Okay guys, I will go and put on mascara and I will be right back. I just followed with the roller theme here and applied some of the roller lash mascara on the top of my lashes and the L'Oreal mascara that I cannot pronounce, that mascara on my bottom lashes because this is waterproof. And I only wear waterproof mascara on my lower lashes because everything else just smudges. I hope the demo was somewhat informative and you could see how the product applies. Again, I am not a professional eyeliner person just because I don't wear eyeliner on a daily basis. And I would like to say kudos to those people who do wear it every day. I mean, that stuff is hard to put on. Overall, I think the roller liner on its own is great, long lasting, matte. And if you don't have hooded eyes, I mean, you can wear this 24 hours with no problem at all. In my experience, the felt tip liners are pretty easy to use for winged eyeliners, so if you don't have hooded eyes, go for that. Not saying that if you have hooded eyes, you shouldn't do a winged eyeliner, but if you have very hooded eyes like me, I would stay away from it. The roller eyebright pencil, I think this is something that you can skip because for the price it is just not worth it. You could easily just pick up a pencil from Wet n Wild. I think it is actually a brow bone highlight pencil. You can put that in your waterline and it will look exactly the same and wear the same, so you really don't need to spend that much money on a waterline pencil. Having said that, I will use every little inch of this just because I spent so much money on it. So I guess you got lucky. Alright guys, we have come to the end of this video. I think I have said everything that I wanted to say. If I think of something else regarding the products, I will put it in the description box, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye!